Yeah, hopefully. As long as we get some form of early damage, I'm sure the runners will really, really appreciate that. But if we wind up with, like Porum, something like that early, this could be rough going to start with. Speaking of...
Oh dear. We start off with Yang, he's extremely good in the end game versus Zeromus, but at the start of the game, this is a rough pair.
Yeah, this is... You're desperately hoping for a good set of bow and arrows or a dancing dagger here, really.
Did you catch what that starting item was? I was too busy looking at the characters.
I actually didn't. I had to refresh this commentary stream, so I didn't catch it. But I'm sure we'll be able to see it here shortly. Thanks to our tracker, Jory. It looks like it's the Baron key.
That's an interesting starting item.
Yeah, so that opens up a couple of potential key item spots, although one of them is blocked behind the safety checks flag that is on. It's another character as well, but the two bosses there are not free at low levels, especially with your damage being as poor as it is from these two.
Yeah, they're definitely not ready to take on the Baron Nin. So I'm guessing probably what the first move would be. One of the first moves would definitely be to go to Mount Hobbs and see what character's there, because that character joins your party for the recruitment fight. Yeah,
for sure. I'm sure some people might decide to do some looting first, or maybe dive Antlion, but Hobbs will be quick on the Cat Claw there in Granny's house is a nice little find. That actually, if we get some non-boss bit bosses, that is the bosses who don't have the boss immunities set up, Yang can actually put them to sleep potentially, which would be really, really helpful.
Oh yeah, that's excellent. So that'll work on your bosses like probably the Dark Imps, the Baron Guards, the Baron Soldier, so on and so forth.
For sure. Nice Mirror Same in the back if we do happen to find a ninja somewhere as well.
Fingers crossed for that. And Arrow's gonna go check at the shop. Okay, so we got tents. I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. It's always low-key super frustrating when you get a seed with like no tents and no cabins available at all. Just one of those things just digs under your skin just that little bit. Nice Leviathan summon in the grass and mist.
That's if he finds Rydia, that's gonna be extremely helpful. That's a very nice AoE summon, and a life staff too if we find a healer anytime soon.
Yeah, mist turning into a really nice value here. Well, we've got Error and Podrak are looting Damson Castle, one of the higher end areas in terms of chest density.
Artemis bow and that Artemis bow is nice. The two Artemis bows, oh my goodness.
Power robe, all right.
And a protect ring. Oh, it's Edward's lucky day. Well, it'll be a luckier day when he finds a spoon.
Yeah, I'm about to say, short of getting her hands on a spoon, that's about as good as you can hope for Edward early, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Have we found any arrows for him yet, or just the Artemis bow?
I saw a couple of stacks of darkness arrows, I think, which
that's not bad.
Usable, yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad for the start of the game, at least. So we do have no free characters turned on, which means nobody will be joining our party in Damsian.
And I believe I caught a Vanilla Rosa at the Sand Ruby there from Quest for Work, and who's checking out Kaipo.
Oh, so cabins are in Kaipo. That's useful.
Looks like Quay sold that Leviathan summon for money, so hopefully we either find another one or Rydia's not around for his sake.
Yeah. Maybe he'd just rather have the money for any potential armor he finds or items or anything.
Yeah, not wanting to make a second trip to Kaipo for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if he's banking on getting a good summon from Mount Hobbs as the Hobbs flag is turned on if he does find Rydia.
That's true. Leviathan is going to be more powerful than anything you get there, but if you get something like Titan or one of the elemental summons that can get you the damage you need early.
Oh, and it's another Edward.
Oh. See the hesitation from both runners. Do I really want to do this?
So the no dupes flag is turned off, which means we got a nice little Edward party happening here. Or you know what? Maybe not. They both hesitate and then just decide, you know what? There's only one spoon in this seed. I don't think I need two Edwards.
Good thing. Seeing the good old Canadian note noodle there and just immediately getting out.
Yeah, that's a smart decision, I would say. No real firepower to take it down with, especially not with that character being the one who's your third. Noped out of the nope noodle. So next best thing to do, I guess, is they're looting Antlion Cave and I guess hoping to find a free boss at a Lip Bolt. That's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially from Yang, he's got like decently. He's still low level, but he's got more HP than Edward. So Lit Bolt will do damage equal to about half of what his current HP is, and it's also elemental afflicted in case the enemy he's fighting is weak to lightning, which like it seems like every boss in this game is weak to lightning. Not every boss, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but a lot of them.
But a lot of them, yeah. Wow, we got a couple of nice holy weapons. We got a White Lance and an Excalibur here in Antlion Cave.
Just to add insult to injury of the two Edwards and low-level Yang Seed we got going on here.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely character starved. These guys, all of these runners will be happy to get just about anybody other than who they're currently lugging around.
So it looks like probably most of what they're going to have to do is just try to get through with items, or maybe Yang's Claws can do some work, or find some... Well, actually, Edward's doing pretty good work with the Artemis bows. I think he's doing a little bit better than I've been giving him credit for. That's yeah, okay. Evil Well's gonna... Yeah, okay. This is really good.
Yeah. Antlion's stats are just so low that basically anybody in the back row, any boss that's here is going to have a really difficult time doing any damage whatsoever, so...
That's true. And the more EXP we get for Yang, the more damage he's going to be doing, as that's how his attack stat works. And oh, nice hook. Oh, wow, that's really good. They can get another character from that.
They sure can. The interesting question will be if someone decides that they want to just immediately try and follow that underground. Magnet Key is theoretically still out there. You don't have a great party as it currently stands, but, you know, if it's Water High get Rubicante or something, yeah.
Now, here's the question. Is it going to be another dupe of one of the two characters we have already?
That would be more or less worst case scenario. Even a Porum or something would be a humongous upgrade.
And this is a character's not guaranteed seed, so it could still be another duplicate.
For sure, they could be running reject percent and not even know it. It's totally possible.
So our two racers on the right are find their way to Antlion, while Error's checking out. Probably going to take on the Fabul boss here if he's checking out the shop.
Kind of a decent find there for Error, a little bit getting a Dancing Dagger there out of Fabul. Sort of the all-purpose general weapon and armor shop that in Fabul here is kind of a nice check for stuff like that every once in a while, since you get to knock it all out in one shop rather than having to run around all over town like you do in a lot of other places.
Mm-hmm. Thank goodness for Fabul shops. Dancing Dagger is very nice. He'll probably find some good use for that, depending on what characters he recruits. I'm not sure. Is Dancing Dagger probably better than what Everett currently has on with his Artemis bow?
It's probably pretty comparable, although he's going to lose the stat ups from the Artemis bow, but it's infinite ammo, which currently is kind of an issue.
He found the Nope Noodle's twin brother, who a little less threatening and also doesn't seem to like this Artemis bow very much.
No. Edward's being a real bro here with the crits. Actually putting in some damage.
Oh, nice 4 levels on Yang and Edward.
Yeah, that should with the damage from the archer, that should really help out. We got Quadrak.
Yeah,
all right, he was angling towards Ordeals, which would have been an interesting play this early, but he is just going to continue with the shopping trip here, heading into Mysidia.
So, Error received the Twin Harp. That's interesting. The Twin Harp is always like... I feel like the Twin Harp is one of those items where you're happy you have a key item, but you're not happy that it's the Twin Harp. It's like it's almost as bad as finding the Luca key.
Yeah, well, I actually think it's worse. I think on average, I think Twin Harp is your single longest check for only one item. When you think, especially when you consider the fact that you can reset at a Luca key whenever it's nothing, which is not always the case with Twin Harp itself.
That's true, and as long as the boss afterwards is not demissed.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess the upside of Twin Harp is we get to hear the excellent music.
It is music, that's true. It's kind of hard to put it aside when you find it this early in the seed, though. We'll see what the runners decide to do. That spot, of course, has a ton of magic defense as well. So if the next major damage dealer is a black mage, that'll make that play really interesting about whether or not they want to.
And it looks like on our bottom 2 screens, and I guess now our top right, we're about to see who the next character is going to be. I'm excited for this. 90 poison arrows on Edward. Interesting. I guess the poison arrow, does that have a little bit better hit stat than the darkness arrow?
Yeah, I believe so. A little bit better. I think it's basically 1 tier up. Maybe 2.
Quite stuck behind the NPC boss. Oh, there we go.
So I do think I noticed 1 or 2 random hourglasses out of the chest, so the runners should be able to handle the stalemate unless they get really unlucky and get put to sleep immediately or something.
Hopefully that won't happen now that Yang has higher HP after doing a couple of boss fights. Well, actually, he's still fairly low on Kuei's side. He's only got 341 max health, whereas on Era's going to be in good shape to... He's going to be in better shape to find an encounter like that. His Yang's a higher level, I think.
Yeah, the Stalemen are one of those things where you don't realize how hard they hit until all of a sudden you get them and they absolutely obliterate you at low levels. So hopefully you don't see that.
Ooh, that was a big hit, but oh no, he doesn't have any hourglasses. Oh dear.
He does have the one.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I would imagine that he stayed outside of the cave. Oh, and it's Kane! And we have that White Lance for him.
We do. That's a really, really nice find.
That's nice. That's gonna definitely help us with our damage.
Probably this, I mean, aside from Edge or Fu, like this is probably the biggest high roll potentially. Because Cecil would have been nice as well with the Excalibur, but you would have had to do ordeals.
Yeah. So. No Pain Man for us today. I didn't catch who the boss was. Was that Bahamut?
I believe it was.
Bahamut the boss, not Bahamut the racer in the top left, obviously.
Right, yes.
He's a newer runner, actually. I've seen him hanging out in my best friend's Twitch chat sometimes. It's nice to see that he got a chance to be restreamed today. Oh, he found the pass! Poydrak found the pass in Eblin.
Yep, random pass. So that's... Yeah, good stuff. I mean, you're right. Bahamut is newer than the other 3, but all 4 of these folks race on a regular basis. So should see some really good plays from all of them.
Yeah, we got a nice assortment of 4 very skilled runners here. So I guess whoever is if anybody skips the chest out of fear of the Staleman, they're going to regret their decision with the pass there.
Yeah, for sure. With the key items in trap chests, I imagine people won't be too scared of it. People will come back, but there is always the chance that somebody leaves it and doesn't come back, which would be.
A nice Zeus gauntlet in the cave. That's going right on Yang. So looks like Poydrak is piecing out of the cave and going up. Is he going to go up ordeals?
Yeah, he is.
You know what? I guess it's a smart play. Like, you don't really want to do... Evelyn Castle is usually what I would do here, except we don't have hourglasses.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would be a little more inclined to do Baron Inn or something myself before committing to this, but...
Oh, that's true, because they do have Kane with a White Lance now. Although he is only level 10, so taking him up ordeals could be good to beef him up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm assuming that's probably what Poydrak is thinking.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. So Bahamut is taking a different approach than everyone else. He's checking out all the shops first. Not a bad decision. Buy some Cure 2s. It's a good idea. And Error went back to get his second Edward. I guess having an extra body on the field can't be a bad thing. Although he does have the dancing dagger now, so it could be useful.
That's probably why he decided to. Yeah, that other Edward actually has the opportunity to do some damage. And Jory letting us know that the boss in Rubicante is actually one of the Millins. So
okay.
That's a pretty big 50-50. Regular Millen is probably about as close to free as it gets. Millen Z in that spot is going to hit hard and fast.
Yeah, see, I knew I saw a purple robe of some sort. It just wasn't the one I thought it was.
Right. Probably better off for the runners with no readily available Star Veils.
Yeah, although I do think Star Veils were found in treasure chests. I saw one in Koi's inventory.
Alright, good stuff. So if we do run across somebody like that, it's not too terrible. Alright, so we got Octomam going down for Bidrock on Ordeals here. Well, Bahamut is going to go check out Eblin Cave for himself.
Oh, good. Third Edward.
Just what we were looking for, yeah. Good spot for Kainazo here, though. Get him out of the way.
Kainazo's going to break up this little family reunion. Nice slap from Kane.
That Era must have found an adventure somewhere. I didn't see that, but pretty sure that's what that was.
Yeah, I believe. I want to say that was in. I want to say that was in Eblin Cave, but I could be wrong. I definitely have seen it in some of the other racers with their menus open.
All right, well, perfect. Kane is absolutely just going to be a complete wrecking ball now. Then at this point,
he's kicking some butt, which is necessary on Mom Bomb. Mom Bomb's got like the increased health in the first phase.
Yeah, Mom Bomb, one of those bosses that you weirdly want at the end of the game, not at the beginning, because of the way his health works.
Yeah. Exploding! Oh, meanwhile, Poydrak found a nice little friend up on top of Mount Ordeals in the back spot.
Should be able to get through it with trying to time the jump over the Onita. Actually, just kill him outright.
He got it. And the key item is a Dragoon Spear. Well, I guess that'll help eventually when he goes to the moon.
Yeah, Kane's got a weapon for each hand and one strapped to his head, and he's ready to go.
He's got a spear in each arm and an Avenger on his helmet. Safety
save here for Poydrak, just in case you run into Wyvern or something at the last spot here.
Yeah, with quite a strange party we have going on, the safety saves is not a bad idea.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely don't. It feels awful when you run into a boss here that just surprises you. You lose that.
Yeah. Like Golbez taking out your only good party members and
Continuing our Kane Collectathon, Gungnir at Ordeals.
Oh man. So it looks like out of the 4 racers, okay, now Bahamut also found the pass. I was about to say that Poydrak was the only one who picked up the pass in the cave, but it looks like Bahamut just got it as well.
And probably about the worst spot for Waterhag, him being here.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah.
Waterhag being one of the quote-unquote free fights, as there is an alternate ending, you just hit him 3 times and he dies no matter what HP he has. Getting that in a low HP slot like the top of Mount Ordeals, that sucks. He could be in a much more useful place.
Yeah, for sure. Still got a bunch of free bosses hiding around out there. Hopefully they'll get 1 or 2 of those hooked up, but that is definitely one off the board. So Error's forging some new ground here for us, checking out Eblin Castle.
Ooh, my favorite. There's
3 trap chests and a decent opportunity for levels if you can get the life glitch off on a few of them, like the Mad Ogres.
Yes, definitely. They give lots of EXP in here. If I ever find Paolum, I always take him directly here, and he has Quake by the time I'm out.
Yeah, even on flags where the trap chests don't necessarily have items, those trap chests definitely have their uses for situations just like that one.
Yes, definitely, because I don't think that we're going to find sirens in shops because of its S1. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's one of the items that gets excluded. I believe it is.
Yeah, it should
Oh,
be.
Bahamut! Wow, Aaron just found Bahamut. So, the racer that sold Leviathan made a very good call.
Yep, Quay is going to be happy if Rydia happens to show up, assuming he winds up in Emerald Castle at some point, which it's pretty hard not to.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see our first trap chest reward. Ooh, K with the Avenger is going to make it hard to life glitch.
Yeah, that's probably more or less off the table, really. You might get lucky, be able to get one or two here, but...
Yeah, he's not even going for it.
Probably at this point, just assuming that, I have an Avenger. Kane, I'm just going to rip through whatever happens to be in Upper Babel until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I would be too scared to do that. I would always want a life glitch here if I don't have access to sirens.
Christopher getting a little bit unlucky in his Mom Bomb fight here. Looks like Mom Bomb has been focusing Kane pretty hard.
Oh, monsters. We have the Mad Ogres. It's too bad there's no White Mage to cast Size on these guys.
Yeah, this is a really interesting fight in like your Catalyte situations or what have you, where you get to pull out all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to get through these things because of their immense amount of magic defense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gonna equip the Elven Bow. Oh, that's right, these are weak to the Elven Bow. That's a good idea. As even though Kane has the Avenger, these things have about 2,000 health, and he's only hitting them for about 200 right now, which now he's not going to be hitting them for anything.
Trying to get the characters up, get the XP out.
Well, it's like one of the three Edwards decided to abandon ship.
He's not coming back now at this point, really. Yeah. But their bottom runners have managed to push Mom Bomb into the separate Grey Bomb and Bomb phase, so should be able to get through it from.
Oh dear! Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's quite frustrating. Evelyn is quite hard to do without hourglasses.
Yeah, for sure. It's that Mad Ogre fight in particular, and the Black Cats, of course, can hit you with insta-death if they're not stopped. The Skulls hit really hard in that fight. It's without you. Well, exactly what you said. Without hourglasses, these fights are just hard.
And Quay and Poidrak are picking up their Dragoon Spears from the Baronin, getting their extra Edward. And Bahamut not far behind.
So it'll be interesting to see who winds up forging new ground here for us. Error, of course, is in Evelyn, and a couple of trap chests we haven't seen the contents of, at least. But what the other runners decide to do here. Flame Dog is still an option in Tower of Zot.
That's true.
Potential Mist Dragon sitting in one of the other open boss areas that haven't been checked as far as we can see.
Oh, that's right. Nobody checked those. I pretty much always check those when I'm doing Dempsey, and it's right there.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those things where you go, I won't do it because odds are, and then you get the one seed where you ran around for 2 hours when you could have been done if you'd just checked the water pass early.
Yeah, it's happened to me enough times.
Yeah, once you race this enough, it happens to everybody.
Oh yeah, that happened in actually a practice seed that for the Twin Invitational, so that was good. We got that out of our systems in a race that didn't matter. Well, not even a race, a co-op seed.
Right, yeah. So here we go. Error probably looks like he's avoid. Was this where the Mad Ogre chest was? Was it up here on the right? I think it was.
It was in the right tower.
Yeah.
And while Error's going through Ebba, looks like Quay is actually doing Baron Castle, which is not a bad decision, honestly, because the two bosses inside Baron Castle are not that much harder than the ones in Baron Inn, I think. Stat-wise, I mean, like on
Right.
average.
Yeah, for sure. Pledrak right behind him. And then there is always the possibility that you wind up with something at the Odin spot that's potentially cheesable in some way as well.
Mm-hmm. If he finds like King Queen Eblin there or something, that would be a dream come true.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's Baron Guards in the first slot. That's kind of unfortunate. This is a free fight. However, without hourglasses, this is not really that cheesable because, as you can see, he just casts Size on him, which he doesn't have any protection against.
Yeah, that's the... If you get unlucky, which so far he kind of has, because the characters that are Size will absolutely get blown up by melee attacks, just like that.
Right there, poor Kane.
Looks like Bahamut able to get through Mamba there just by the skin of his teeth. Good job.
Excellent. I didn't see what Era got from that trap chest. Must have been not a key item, since I don't see it on the tracker. Oh, there's the last one. Oh wait, no, this is the Mad Ogre chest again.
I'm assuming that was probably... He just threw a black belt on Yang right before this, so I'm assuming that's probably what it was.
Oh, okay. I just saw him pick up a black belt from a chest.
Oh, that could be then.
So going for this trap chest now seems like he's a little better equipped to do it. Ooh, nice big hit from Kane.
And Bahamut taking out the Baron armor and weapon shops, finding a tiara for sale in the armor shop, and picking up a Stardust rod from one of the chests in the back.
Ooh, that'll be great if you can find a black mage.
Yeah, for sure. And this is one of the things that when the commonly raised 2v2 flags are often T4 like this, where there's literally anything can be in chests. And checking locations that aren't too far out of your way, but are spots you don't think your opponents will do, can be really, really big for stuff exactly like that.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I was in the Twin Invitational 2v2 tournament. I was one of the 8 racers, and the flag set that was used for that is probably my favorite flag set.
Yeah, the 2v2 flag set is really, really fun. Lots of casual races going on in the FF4 FE Discord. If anyone out there wants to give a 2v2 race a shot, they are a ton of fun.
Highly recommended, even though I haven't done it myself much because I've been too busy grinding forever in SMRPG.
Yeah, but just about to say, got an adamant armor in the Baron Tower there for Quest for Workin. We decided to go down there and check it out. Yeah,
that was a good call. Like, wow, that was smart. Like, I never go to the tower pretty much until I'm done fighting the bosses.
Yeah, it's such a high density of stuff that it's pretty decent check. And then taking the often unused bed at Cecil's bed for the heal here.
That will give him a bit of an advantage because I don't think he's done Baron Castle. He hasn't done Eblin Castle. He's gonna if he decides to go there, he's gonna breeze right through it.
Yep.
Adamant Avenger Kane, he's just gonna wipe the whole place.
Yeah, that's enough damage and protection to get through a really decent chunk of the seed here for him. It looks like we got the Pledrak fighting the Maga Sisters, presumably at the Kenazo spot, which is not free, not without the not unless you have the adamant armor that Quest of Quay is going to be lugging in here anyway.
Yeah. Back row Edward is tanking though.
So Bahamut's going through Mount Ordeals right now, going to grab his Gungnir spear at the end and be thoroughly disappointed, I'm sure. Following our other 2 runners in the Baron Castle here, I think.
I always forget about that chest.
Yeah, all the little one-offs like that one. Yeah, it's really, really easy to forget about them. I had no idea the chest underneath Coco Stairs existed. And there's the Rydia.
There she is. Now, oh man, I can't wait till he goes to Eblin Castle. He's probably kicking himself selling that Leviathan right now, but he's
probably
he's about to be very, very happy if he goes to Eblin Castle.
Going to go through the entire sine wave of emotions here over the next little bit.
Oh, nice charm rod. That'll be, he'll like that when he's done with Baron Castle. Edward will be. I almost called him Edward.
Probably wouldn't appreciate that, I would guess.
What if I called him Spoon Edward?
I mean, it's better. It's better.
Listen, buddy, you got 255 attack power. You're fine.
Yeah.
Luca key from the tower. Ooh. That's, like I was saying earlier, it's one of those key items where it's like, oh, that and the Twin Heart, my two favorite.
Yeah, just a lot of time invested, and and the boss fights aren't entirely free either. Evil Wall spot's got a lot of speed, the Twin Harp spot's got a lot of magic defense, so if you take the wrong party in there, they can be not easy.
I am absolutely here for hoping that Quay goes for Eblin Castle.
Yeah, for sure. I would have to think with picking up this Rydia, he's going to want levels for her, and we'll use the track chest for that, even if he was thinking about just straight hooking from here.
That's also true.
He's also taking a look in the Baron armor shop and finding all this great stuff in here, too. If he decides to check the chests in the back, he'll pick up that Stardust Rod, too.
That's true. I think he's quite happy about that tiara. Our boy Udwarv in the background. Oh, and he decides not to check the chests.
Ooh. Little unfortunate. It does have that Charm Rod, though, so that's probably more than enough, honestly.
Yeah. Almost as good.
The use on the Stardust Rod, not really all that important when you're just blasting things with Bahamut anyway, so...
Pretty much. And he is going for Eblin Castle! Yes! Yep. I mean, you're right, this is a sensible move, but I'm still very happy about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just imagine the humongous sigh of relief when he pulls that Bahamut out here shortly.
This is gonna be like all the post-race interviews gonna be. It was like, so how did you feel about selling Leviathan and then finding Bahamut? Yeah, these randomized names are pretty good. I stan Udwarv. He's my boy.
Udwarv, yes. Legendary Viking bard. Not something not a phrase you hear very often.
I'm also a big fan of the name Cydia.
Oh yeah, hey, that's...
In honor of the Seed of the Week, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Edward's gonna get, Error. I just did it too. Is going to...
Oh, I don't have to feel bad anymore.
Is gonna get through Mega Sisters here just fine. And yeah, it looks so... Right, at this point, aside from Flame Dog and random D-Mist somewhere, wait for somebody to finally commit to the upper Babel play with the hook here.
Yeah.
Get themselves underground, yeah.
I think that anybody who found the Adamant Armor is going to be probably quick to go to the hook.
Which so far has only been Quay, although we'll have to see if the other folks here decide to head in there.
There it is! There it is!
He immediately learns it. I'm just picturing the chocobo emote taking like the huge breath, the huge exhale.
To answer the question, chat, we have not seen the Zot chest yet.
One of the few spots we have left for progression, potentially, other than the upper Babel play.
I've definitely gotten burned on that one as well.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, because from an efficiency standpoint, you really don't want to check it unless you already have the Earth Crystal as well. So
Yeah.
in seeds where the Earth Crystal is buried somewhere, or the exceptionally rude Earth Crystal in the Flame Dog chest,
Yeah.
you can easily wind up leaving something there for a long time.
It's like 3 of our racers are having an Eblin Castle party.
Yeah, just clearing it out, not wanting to make the play into Upper Babel if there is a Magma Key sitting somewhere that your opponents could, which is understandable.
World's tiniest Edward. Sarah did find the Stardust Rod. Didn't get the tiara for Rydia though, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did he actually check the actual shops themselves?
Oh, maybe. Well, I'm not sure if he did. Well, he might have. Because...
It is still early to see. May just not have been willing to dump the 20,000 GP on it, which is also a thing.
Reasonable, for sure. Yeah. One of the runners who I saw pick up the tiara had like 80,000 GP to spare or something ridiculous like that, so he was willing to drop it.
We definitely have found some stuff like a couple of Excals that sell for a ton of money, but runners may, why you may want to hold that hope that, Cecil's around, so don't want to get rid of that. So getting a watery pass check here, getting the Dark Imps. Looks like Error is actually going to take the fight, probably looking for XP for Rydia. It is an opportunity with T4 here as well to check 4 or 5 chests following this fight and see if you pull something amazing. And the other 3 runners just continuing to get through the trap chest here in Evelyn Castle. Not having a particularly fun time of it either. This Lamia giving Bahamut some problems here with only Yang and a continually hiding Edward still up.
Interesting choice from Error to fight the Dark Imps in Watery Pass. I guess he did slingshot Rydia a bit, but I think that he may have had another opportunity to slingshot her with a little more EXP, but maybe he just wanted levels.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, that was a good call, because he wants to come here where everything is going to kill her in one shot. Now that won't kill her in one shot anymore.
Yeah, necessarily, yeah. Bahamut, unfortunately, did wind up taking a wipe on the Lamia Black Cat chest.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Podrak not messing around with the Mad Ogres, just blasting them with Bahamut, getting it over with.
So now Bahamut's going to be completing Baron Castle. He's the only one of the 4 we have up now to not do it yet. So he will be recruiting his Black Mage very shortly.
Yeah. Opportunity for him to grab the adamant armor that we know about in the right tower if he chooses to do that.
Ooh, that's right. Has anybody grabbed it yet beside Quay, or has only he gotten it so far?
No, I'm pretty sure he's the only one. I don't think Error and Podrak went over there. And no, we have not seen Vanilla Mist Dragon check as far as we've caught here.
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen the DMS check, which is... From Error and Podrak, I understand that, because I don't think they looted Mist Village. But Bahamut and Quay did loot Mist Village, but I don't think they checked the cave.
Yeah, hopefully not something that comes back to bite him later.
Oh, interesting use of the Cockatrice summon on Staleman.
Yeah, that is interesting. I would have thought Stillman's natural magic resistance was high enough to make that a little sketchy, but no problem. It's a both.
I like that strat.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm a big fan of that strat. Holy moly.
Nice gold apple, extra survivability for that Rydia. And yeah, we're pretty set for this Upper Babel spot now. The Questifer Workin is heading up there, fighting another Avenger, just in case, you know. With that Bahamut Rydia, especially with the tiara to give her some protection, and this adamant cane he's got, he should be more than willing to get through everything.
Oh wow! So Poidrak, I believe he did not check the chests in Baron's shop, and he just found a Stardust Rod in the Staleman chest anyway.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah, exactly. Good news for the runners who didn't check out that area. Quake fighting the 4 Mad Ogre trap chest here, the 1 trap chest in Upper Babel, another shot at a key item here.
Bahamut's just trucking on through Baron Castle.
The Upper Babel trap chest is always an interesting spot to find something, a key item, just because of, do you keep going or do you back out and check it? Well, I hesitate to say just a Moonveil, because Moonveils are pretty good, but no key item.
Yeah.
Speaking of pretty good, we got a ribbon here too.
Ooh, that's a good find. That's that'll be incredibly good on Radia for magic evasion if the racers decide to take her to Zeromus.
Yeah, for sure. Any low HP character, it's a humongous boon for surviving Big Bang.
Absolutely.
They're grabbing his random pass out of the Eblin Cave.
Thank goodness. That was skipped the first time around, but now that everyone's strong enough to take down the Staleman chest, they can keep looting. However, we found a lot of good loot so far, so I'm wondering if anyone will opt to skip the chest after they fight Staleman.
Yeah, Quay doesn't have it marked in the tracker, so have to see.
Ooh, adamant armor, but no pass. Yeah, I guess he must have skipped it.
There are 2 others out there, so...
This is true.
We got Luge in the royal spot here is really nice.
Yeah, I can think of worse boss fights to get here.
yeah, for sure. The spot has a pretty decent amount of speed, but because there's all these wasted turns at the beginning, you get to lay into them, and the spot doesn't have a ton of HP, so that should be more than enough to get through.
I believe this spot is quite fast, but I don't think that matters a whole lot for this fight. Well, it might matter in Phase 2 with HP-based damage and no healer, but the HP being split up 3 ways when it's already fairly low, not a huge deal, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, for sure. And you get a free full heal after this, so there's no reason why you can't just, Bahamut this in the face and move on.
That's right.
And that is true. We still do have Twin Harp lying around that no one has checked. Another possibility.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. The Twin Harp. that our two races on the bottom skipped Fabul, I believe, and did not pick it up.
Yeah, so they're likely hoping to be able to find a pan somewhere and be able to do all of Fabul in one shot. Which, if the racers that did pick up that Twin Harp don't check it, or if it's nothing, I mean, that works out really nicely.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, now we find out which of the Melons it is.
Yeah. With this setup, it probably doesn't matter anymore. Earlier, it mattered.
Oh, Melon Z. Well, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter that much now. I was hoping for Melon A, but,
Yeah.
Get what you want.
Yeah, that's right.
This is a little less scary when you have the luxury of casting Bahamut. So it feels so strange saying that when that's also the name of one of our racers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Some sort of weird PvP hack for FF4.
That's it's weirder than saying Edward instead of Air.
Yeah. Sure, that's gonna happen to one of us at least once more.
Yeah,
considering.
you're probably right. So I think this slot has about 25,000 health, which will be at least a couple of Bahamut Custom Radio if she has the MP for it.
Yeah, that Avenger Adamant Cane should pretty easily take care of the rest.
Yeah. And he's down. Excellent job.
Yep. Good job. That check for the adamant armor there really paying off, although, to be fair, didn't really take a lot of damage anywhere.
An arrow's right behind him. Although this may take a little longer with the absence of the adamant armor. Pitfall. Oh my goodness.
Never saw it coming. See if anybody peeks this boss here. If you run over to the right wall, you can actually see what the boss at the top of the tower is. Quite opting not to do that.
That's right. I always forget about that. I've gotten really messed up by climbing the tower and not knowing the boss before. It's a good check to make sometimes.
Yeah. Probably matters a little bit less with this kind of party setup, but if you're coming underground with a really low-level party, knowing whether or not, you can take the boss at the top of the tower is a pretty decent amount of information. Plus, of course, demist.
Very true, very true. So nobody really checked Mist Cave, huh?
No. A few overworld bosses left.
That's right. Kind of nerdy housewife race is a good point. Bahamut is doing work for the racers today, just not the one named Bahamut.
Right. Probably will change once he gets through this fight and picks up his Iridia.
That's right. I can't recall if he's done Evelyn Castle or not. I don't think he has.
He wiped in there, so I'm not sure how much of it he locked in with the save beforehand.
That's right. You're absolutely right. I remember he did wipe there. Three of our racers all quite close together. Look at all that money.
Yeah, all the money. All the money.
My goodness.
That's 99 Bacchus wines there if you wanted to party. That's what that is, but...
Can you buy that in S1?
Probably not. No, not in S1.
Oh, what a seed to have a ton of money on.
Yeah.
He's a team player busy helping the others. I like the way you think, Teddy Phoenix. Charm arrows for sale in Tamra, not bad actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that's probably worth picking up 10 or 20 of them just for the creature weaknesses, if nothing else. Not sure what else you'd be checking the weapon shops for at this point, if not arrows, but
yeah, charm arrows I think are probably a good idea to have because one of the Edwards I believe is a bow user, and I think charm arrows is probably stronger than what he's got on right now. But I may have missed. Maybe he picked up samurai arrows at some point or something, and I just missed it.
oh yeah, Locke. So if you didn't know, there is all of the NPCs in Free Enterprise have new fun flavor text that replaces their vanilla text. Some of them will give you helpful hints about the game with a randomizer. Others are just silly. It's actually totally worth just some random playthrough, just going through and talking to everybody and seeing all of the hilarity that ensues.
My favorite one is the Mom Bomb sprite in Land of Summons that says, "Ugh, election day. I don't understand why my species has to be so self-destructive."
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm a fan of the classic Baron Guard who just looks like, hey, Kane hasn't betrayed us in like days.
I also like the one of the Fabul guards who says his name is Monk A, and he says, "It's me, the guy who's better than Monk B and Monk C." And Venerable and I made a Twitter account that just pastes FF4 screenshots beside drill quotes. And one of them is just Drill saying, "I insist that Larry is the first stooge, Mo is the second stooge, and Curly is the third stooge, so this order isn't important, and they're wrong." And so, of course, we put the screenshot of that Monk's text with that one.
That's great. That is a fantastic Twitter account.
Well, thank you. And Venerable does most of the work. I just made some screenshots.
Funny, while we've been going off here, Quay has taken out the first boss in Dwarf Castle and has picked himself up a second Rydia, which is in effect a second Bahamut.
Oh, that's right, because once you teach a summon to one Rydia, every Rydia in that seed will learn it. That's awesome.
And pretty good opportunity with this fight to get her a decent chunk of XP as well, so pretty good here. I believe the glitchless flags are turned off for this seed, which is probably why we're seeing the runner dipping dwarf.
You're right. Let me double check our Oh, what? There are no glitches turned on. That's why nobody's life glitching. Oh my gosh, okay, I completely missed that. That's why nobody's life glitching. There are no glitches turned on.
Alright.
So, I would imagine they're dipping Dwarf Castle because nobody really wants to have 3 Edwards in their party.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's fair. Dwarf Castle often much maligned, again, because it's 2 boss fights and only 1 key item at the end of it. It's more common, I should say, that it's done this early when the glitch that allows you to warp to the back of Luca is on, which is kind of why I assumed it was, because we were seeing a couple of runners doing it so early. But yeah, 3 Edwards is a fair point.
I'm the kind of person that will grind Edward to level 70 just to prove a point, but I still like to dunk on my favorite characters sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, hey, you gotta practice those Edward flags for the upcoming World Series of Free Enterprise event too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I signed up for World Series and I haven't done any practice yet.
Quite taking a look at these shops here, finding mute arrows, which I think is the best you're guaranteed to find out of the weapon shops for arrow ammunition, and a couple of sorcerer robes.
I guess it depends on what bosses you're fighting, because I think that charm has stronger hit power than mute arrows, if I'm recalling correctly, but they're right beside each other in the list.
Right.
We did see charm arrows in Tamra. But mute is going to be extremely good if we come across a Sora in a particularly bad spot.
Yeah, we've already got the Mega Scissors off the list. If Elements shows up somewhere, we can take advantage of Rubicante. But yeah, Charm Arrow is good against giants and ogres and things like that.
Very true. They've already taken out all the ogres so far.
Yes. Got a few giants on the moon if we wind up going up there.
You're right. Ooh, that'll be fun, dipping the moon.
Yeah, have not found any piece of our crystal yet. No legend sword, no rock. Still sitting out there.
That's right, we've only got 50% of go mode, just not the 50% that you really want. We got underground access for the shop, for the forge shop. We got moon access with the pass. We don't have the legend or the adamant.
The other thing that's a little bit awkward with this party setup is there are a bunch of trap chests in Sylph Cave and the one in on the way to Feymarch that are blocked by all the damage tiles, and we have no white mage with float, which is kind of awkward.
Oh yeah, that's such a pain. Everybody, I believe, well, a lot of erasers stocked up on Cure 2s, so they can at least spam that in between opening chests.
Yeah.
Looks like Bahamut is finishing up in Eblin Castle.
But probably because of the float issue, not surprised to see Quay immediately deciding he's going to look into Lower Babel and not have to deal with either of those.
That's, you know what, I believe I would make the same decision myself.
Meanwhile, we've got Bahamut is taking out the trap chests in Eblin Castle, hoping for a magnet key, probably. Unfortunately, not going to find it, but going to pull his Bahamut soon if he hasn't already.
Goodness gracious, Adamant Kane is doing work on these trap chests.
Yeah, these searchers don't have a lot of health. They're in the 1500 range. They have a lot of magic defense and decent physical defense, but if you can consistently hit them for, like a decent amount of attack power, they just fall right over. So Pledrak will have a bit of an interesting decision here. It looks like he's been keeping one of his Edwards at level 5 intentionally for agility anchoring purposes. So now that he's going to get the opportunity for another Rydia, I'll have to see if he takes it or not.
Ooh, Artemis arrows on Quay's screen. That's a nice little find to... Boy, if he ends up bringing an arrow user to Zeromus, that'll be a nice berserk fodder. Find anything to berserk with, that is.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, the Sand Ruby is still out there, and I think you said that Rosa was in the bed. Oh, a second Stardust rod as well. Wow, T4 is really, really doing some work.
Yeah, it sure is. We got Error pulling a pan out of Feymarch.
That's awesome. For the racers that decided to skip football, their prayers have been answered.
Yes, absolutely. They'll get the opportunity to get all of that in one fell swoop.
Oh man, I bet they can't wait to get the Twin Harp.
Might actually sort of entice them to go over there and do it, since if you don't heal through Sylph Cave and immediately go and check the pan, you have an entire party at essentially 1 HP, which is really nice for then dovetailing that into Dark Elf and getting yourself to skip through that enemy.
Oh yes, you're right. That's a very good strategy. That's quite smart. As you'll remember the first phase of the Dark Elf fight, where you just fight the Dark Elf himself that you can't win. You're just supposed to die as soon as possible. Very easy to do that when you only have 1 HP.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And just a drain sword. I think we got one. I'm not sure if that's the last trap chest in Lower Babel, if there's one more up at the top.
Ooh, King Queen Neblin at Leviathan. That's nice.
Yeah. So completely free. Yeah.
That's very nice. That is a free summon boss, and that slot is usually quite hard. I'm glad we found this instead of like Pain Man or something.
I think I saw Vanilla Ashura though as the other one, which is
not quite so
less free. Yeah. Especially with no easy access to wall. I'm probably going to leave her just right where she is.
And just sincerely hope that she doesn't have the Sand Ruby for our White Mage.
Yes. And we got either Rubicante or the Elements at the top of the tower here for Quay. And it is Rubicante.
Those mute arrows would come in handy.
This spot has like virtually no magic attack at all, so the fire 2s are gonna hit, basically nothing. So the physical attack and the potentially the glare are the only things that are going to be doing any damage here. So this is actually a really nice place to find Rubicon.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, only doing 10 damage to Edward. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're struggling to break double digits on Edward, you know you're in a rough spot.
Rubicon's just having a bad day. Maybe tomorrow will be better. And we have found the Adamant. The Adamant was on King Queen Eblin.
All right, so
King Queen Eblin Leviathan. That is excellent news for all of our runners today who decided to check out Land of Summons.
Just sitting there completely free. Half the crystal equation.
And now, Error, I almost called him Edward again. He can go straight to Sylph Cave and get his 4 possible key items from Fabul. Or, well, 3 possible from Fabul, 1 from Sylph, so I always just merge them together in my head.
Interesting choice here from Podrak. Doing the Luca check, or at least heading into Sealed Cave and killing some doors. So, with no moon access yet and no sirens, deciding that this is going to be efficient enough for him for leveling purposes to come in here and do some of this.
This is quite an interesting play. He's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. But like you were saying, it's quite a slow way to do it, especially because one of his characters was dead in that fight. But the thing about the trapdoor is that they start off slow and then they get quite fast. It's better if everyone's alive at the end and it's much faster.
Yeah. There are a couple of adamant armors around. There were a ribbon or 2 around that all of those things prevent the instant death from the disrupt. So maybe that's why he felt they would be a little bit efficient and just got unlucky there with who got hit with that disrupt at the end. But
you're right. I definitely forgot about that. It looks like he's just opting to skip the rest of them. I guess he decided it was a little too slow right now.
Yeah,
or rather, he's only doing the ones that are mandatory, which is also a good idea. Oh my gosh! And Era just got go mode from the Sylphs.
So he is that. Yeah. So all he needs is a grind at this point. So, well, are we going to do doors? Are we going to search out the darkness crystal?
Oh, he's using the package that he got from Dwarf Castle, I believe.
Gonna check who this is. Another Kane.
Second Kane. Well, this has been like Kane items the seed, so maybe that's not a terrible idea.
Oh my God, Kane, no! Kane, no!
Kane, wait! What are you doing, dude? Put your helmet back on! This is ridiculous!
The Kane, everyone. Oh my God.
Everybody is Kane. Everybody is Kane. I'm sorry, I'm having a total meltdown over here. That's even funnier than when Pain Man came out of the package. That the Council of Pain Men wants to burn down Mist, and no, instead it's Kane summoning Kane to terrorize Kane.
While Kane sits, oh man, that's a lot of Kane. There has never been more hype for Kane, and This is a channel that does C3R, and there has never been that much Kane hype.
that was the Kane Man cutscene. Forget Pain Man. We're all about Kane Man today.
All right, that was great. All right. And
there are a whole lot of tweets on the Drill account that are using the screenshot of Kane with his flowing hair, so that was like extra funny for me. Yeah.
All right, so as long as we don't get the Kaipo in boss has like no stats whatsoever. So just hoping that it's not Gauntlet or Golbez or something that just takes forever for error.
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness.
Oh, this is not great for Podrak. Yeah, there's the instant reset. So Plague and Evil Wall is pretty awful, honestly.
Yeah. I didn't catch what item he got. I was too busy laughing at Kane in the top right again.
I mean, he's not. He reset out and is not going back in there. So I'm going to guess it was not important.
So having two Radias is nice because like that gives you at least some options for nerfing Big Bang, which otherwise I imagine having to nerf Big Bang by spamming the crystal.
Yeah, we haven't found Cure 3s, I don't believe. I may be wrong.
Are Cure 3s available in S1? Or are
they should be, because I think they're sold in the Moon Shop, I believe, normally, so they should be in the shuffle somewhere.
That's right. You are absolutely right. There may be music today, as people decide if they forget about the pan. We may hear some music. Oh, in fact, we are going to hear some music. Look at where Bahamut is.
Yep. He's going to go check it out for us. And we may still see it on Error's side, because he still needs levels somewhere. And he's got no White Mage, no access to Cure 3s that we know about.
That's true.
He may still feel like he needs the Darkness Crystal. I would be very hesitant to go without the Darkness Crystal if I was in his spot, so I would totally understand it.
Yeah, you're right. And maybe he's looking for more key items. So that I believe that a couple of sirens were found in treasure chests. So probably like his best option right now is to grab some possible KIs from here, take that fresh level 10 Kane down to get slingshotted the heck out of a siren. And after that, though, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you certainly could do the doors. Oh, hey, well, all right, that helps. That helps a lot. So that's a Rosa behind that Sand Ruby, which is a White Mage, and that alleviates, and not only a White Mage, but the best White Mage. So that alleviates a lot of the problems. If you have to go in a little bit under-leveled with a Rosa, I think you feel pretty comfortable about it.
Did you happen to notice where Quay found the Darkness Crystal?
I did not, but I think the only thing he's done that we haven't seen is Lower Babel, so it should be in there somewhere.
Oh, okay, yes, you're right. He did go through Lower Babel. So I wonder if Hera will be making a trip down there anytime soon.
Yeah, our tracker confirming for us. Doing a fantastic job catching the stuff that we're missing, that it is in fact in Babel.
Yes, shoutouts to Jory. Awesome person, awesome tracker.
Quay opting to try and get through Ashura here, which is, we know, not going to pay out and could be pretty time intensive. Although I say that. Never mind.
Prophecy. Prophecy. Samurai armor, yeah! Oh, and there's the adamant for Poydrak. Oh my goodness, and Bahamut found Pain Man. I'm glad somebody found him for me today.
You found him? Monsieur Baguette himself, sitting in the music cave. I'm assuming for anyone who's curious, Bahamut just accidentally reset his timer at some point, just in case anybody was wondering about that. So he's not actually an hour behind. So
also, as Jory, our tracker, is saying that Bahamut's having sound issues, which is unfortunate because he's the only person getting the twin harp, so we can't hear the music anyway.
Maybe he'll be kind enough to select the harp so we can at least see what the song was.
Down goes Pain Man. See you later, Pain Man. It's okay. Oh, crystal armor. Okay.
Hey, so, that's 35,000 gold in a scene where we already have 200,000. So,
Well, I guess we're not going to know what the Twin Heart music was.
We can potentially ask him if we get an interview from Bahamut later.
Oh, that's right. If he recognized it. Also, Bahamut, the only runner in our four-way stream that found the spoon. His Edward is doing some work.
Yep. So Error forging his crystal. So now we'll get to see what kind of decision he makes from here.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do about levels.
The abrupt left turn.
I guess he's going to use his couple of sirens first. It's a smart play. Dragoon Spear, yeah. Get that level 10 cane some levels.
So we'll get the 2 or 3 eggs out of the way that we can, and then we'll see what he decides to do. I would imagine with the White Mage door grind, if he hadn't found that Sand Ruby, I think this would be a lot more interesting of a choice. I would imagine we're just getting the doors.
Interesting choice to cast Bahamut instead of using the Dragoon Spear. How many levels? 25 levels on Kane and Rosa. Well, she got 24, but close enough.
Yeah.
That's like almost good enough. It's like she's learned like every spell in the game.
Yeah, and we know we have fantastic equipment. We know they have ribbons. We know there's a white robe I saw somebody had somewhere. We know that the gear is out there. So yeah, I'm just gonna do doors for the rest, which makes total sense.
Yeah, that's a smart choice. It's probably the only thing you can really do right now. It's probably faster than hunting for the Darkness Crystal, which we know is in Lower Babel, but right now only Quay knows that.
So Quay also in go mode here, opting to do this boss here in Fabul. Maybe needs one more item for 10, perhaps.
Yeah, he's got 10. The Twin Harp gives him 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can totally count.
Right. Alright, good stuff.
It's hard to count objects on the screen.
Quay is not really sure where he's off to, honestly. I'm probably going to go grab his Rosa. That makes sense.
Oh yes, he did grab the Sand Ruby.
And he will be heading over to do his door grind following this, I would imagine.
The Sand Ruby was one of Sheila's items, correct?
Yes, Sheila
Okay.
too. The pan required one, I believe.
So Pan is very, very useful as a seed. Getting us 1/4 of Go mode, and also the White Mage.
So Muhammad looks like he's finally making his play to get into the underground here. Unfortunately, no magma key for him. Kind of sold out a little bit for that, but on his way to the underground now. We do know that Go mode is relatively quick once you get down here.
That's right. Poidrak is about to see that very soon.
Yeah. Wow, that is the ultimate blank. The prisoner robe. Oh boy.
Well, you know, prisoner makes you immune to sleep. It could be useful, I guess.
Yet,
Fighting
yeah.
against Staleman or Dr. Luge. Oh wait, we've seen them already.
Yeah.
This is exciting. 2 of our racers entering Go mode.
Yes, Poidrak presumably will be right behind them.
Yes, he grabbed the pen and it looks like he opted just come right over here. He knows that's 4 possible key items waiting for him.
It looks like he's going to check the trap chests on the way to Yang.
Ooh, that will slow him down a bit. However, you know what? Honestly, that's not a bad decision with the knowledge that he has, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And he could wind up getting, quote unquote lucky and only finding 1 or 2 of them here and not wasting a ton of time.
I think, like, if it were me, I would probably just go directly to Yang, just because standard key item slots and summon bosses have a higher, I guess, I don't know if potency is the right word, or likelihood of having a key item than a trap chest does. But, you never know what you're going to find in a trap chest.
Yeah, for sure. It's a bit of a balancing act between trying to be efficient and not gambling necessarily, but hedging your bets, I suppose, a little bit. I'm with you. I think I would be heading straight to Yang if this was me, but I totally understand wanting to do it this way.
Yeah, and Poidrak is an excellent runner, so you know what? I'm sure he has his reasons for doing it this way. And they're not bad ones.
Yeah, the timer being read is, it's the timers are captured from the runner's personal streams. A lot of them are probably running against either personal best or average splits, and so when they run over those, the timers generally change color.
Either that or he just wanted to give us some Christmas colors.
Oh yeah, sure. Or that.
But that was like a month ago. And now these trapdoors are going down real fast. Nice 23 levels on Kane and Rosa.
As you mentioned, the door grind is one of those ones where the first few doors are slow, but as you build up some levels and get through them quicker, they speed up quite dramatically.
My favorite thing to do on trapdoors is just reflect, disrupt.
Oh yeah, if you have a character who's fast enough to get that off, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It's slow as heck, but it's also funny, and you know what? That's my main decision-making process, is how funny is the strat I'm about to do.
Sound play.
Oh, nice. Disrupt mist on Quay's stream. Making use of those ribbons and adamant armors. So, I guess, did anyone else find an adamant armor besides him? I want to say no.
I feel like somebody else did, but I also can't place it.
Could be right.
Yeah. Muhammad has been doing a lot of full clearing. I wouldn't be shocked if he had checked the right side of Baron while he was in there.
That's true. So he's making his way into the underworld now. If he If he goes for the standard land of summons trap chest check right away, then he's in for a nice surprise.
Yeah, Gomo could definitely come very quickly with a quick trip to Famar. And yeah, it looks like Error is pretty much ready to go. He's in low 50s, high 40s with Rosa. Should be more than enough. Lacking, I was about to say lacking a good source of Berserk is kind of bad, but I mean, both Canes have an Avenger, so I mean, who needs that?
Yeah, that's definitely going to help. Like on a seed where we can't buy Batches and Rosa is going to be busy on healing duty, the Canes don't got to worry about them.
Yeah, for sure. You got one Berserk off on Yang early in the fight, and yeah, you should be good to go pretty much from there.
So I'm just now realizing that it was kind of mean to have like a no life glitch seed with Edward as a starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, this seed was actually relatively kind.
Yeah, with the T4. The T4 did a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
That Artemis bow right at the start was like, who needs EXP?
Oh, yeah. Was Damson or Antlion was essentially, I think it was Damson, was just like an entire Edward starter, really. Just
oh yeah, it was the Edward starter pack was in Damson. Well, I guess it makes sense at this home, right?
You're right, yeah. Very apropos.
So Error is going to be going to Zeromus. That's exciting. I want to see what he pulls off here. 2 Bahamut casters. He's got 2. Does he have 2? No, he's got 1 Rydia and a Rosa. 1 Rydia, Rosa, 2 Canes, and a Yang. That's good. I guess he'll probably Berserk Yang to start. Maybe? I guess we'll find out. I'm taking guesses here.
Yeah, I know. I imagine that'll be what he goes for sure. Does have 1 Bacchus wine, so yeah, I imagine that Yang is going to be drinking that. And the age-old question:
whose butt are we going to kick today?
That's right.
Dusty Griff knows because he just done.
Yes, he did. Yes. Off-stream first place finisher Dusty Griff, time of 1:22.11.
Congrats to Dusty Griff. So he knows whose butt we're going to kick, but we don't. We're about to find out.
You're going to find out, yeah. Nice mimic glitch there. Kane trying to use the crystal.
I've never seen that happen before. What is the mimic glitch?
So when I don't know if I believe it's Avenger specific, not Berserk specific, but if you have an Avenger equipped, and you're like that character's turn is queued, nice sprite. I'm a fan.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's okay. That's worth a laugh. That's good. If an Avenger, if a character has the Avenger on, has their turn queued, and someone else tries to do something like use an item, the Avenger character will try to perform use. Basically.
Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. This is fantastic. He has to go back to his home planet, and that's
the moon, right? Yeah.
For the canonical ending of this game.
Who knew?
That's what Golbez said. And isn't that what Golbez says at the end of FF4? I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Basically, okay. That's some lore. Golbez actually Poochie. Ever seen them in the same room at the same time? I know I haven't.
You know what? I'm pretty sure he's got those cool glasses on under his helmet.
Looks like Error going for the kamikaze here with Rydia.
Meanwhile, Bahamut is about to get his adamant. That's actually awesome. I was really hoping you would make this check decently early.
Yes, for sure.
And he's doing it. He's doing it.
He's doing it. Yeah,
he's
with
got
that,
the pan.
I'm about to say, with that pan, you have to be going to Yang after this, you would think. So.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he decides to go for pan before lower Babel, which I imagine he would. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, he's going to be in go mode very soon.
Yep, and he has the spoon, so having that extra Edward is nowhere near as big a detriment for him as it is for some of the others.
It looks like Quay is doing what our other runners have done, just grinding on the trapdoors, and I suppose Poydrak is going to be doing the same. He's going to be not far behind. He's doing that now as well. And we got another finish off stream. Zilch, second place, 125.07. Congratulations, Zilch. Sub 130, like that's pretty nice for like. I'm still gonna call it K3 because I'm stuck in beta and like non-beta. Or sorry, this isn't beta anymore. Previous version of FE flag names. I would always play on this flag set, and it took me a lot longer than an hour and a half. So this is a very excellent show from our runners.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit lucky in terms of where the Legend and the Adamant were, and then just good skill on top of that to get through it quick.
Definitely. Ooh, bad news, Error's ready is down. She's only got 1,400 health though, so not terribly surprised. Yeah,
that was intentional actually. He kamikazed her just to not have to deal with her menu anymore.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Kamikaze.
Should see the end of Poochie here shortly. Had the rocks fall.
That meteor phase, that's when you know it's almost done. Congratulations to Error in third place with the official SRL time of 1:26.57. Which is, you know, look at his timer, you round up close enough.
Yep. And we got Questifor Working is going to be heading into the Z fight right behind him. Similar levels. Looks like he grabbed a couple more levels than Error did, but very similar. Speaking of, we have our winner on the restream, third overall. Congratulations, Error.
Thank you.
So, what did you think of the early seed? You had that potential. Yeah, actually, you didn't get the Twin Harp early, did you?
I got it fairly early, but I ignored it. I can't remember where it was, to be honest.
It was Twin Harp was in was the boss, the Fabul boss.
Ah, right. I did Fabul basically right after I did Antlion Cave.
Okay, we had two runners who grabbed it early and two who left it later, and so got you mixed up with somebody else. But how did you feel about the early part of this? The T4 was pretty nice for the characters that you started out with.
Oh, absolutely. Nice, yeah. I mean, starting off with two Artemis bows, and then it's like first time I saw the duplicate Edward on Pops, and there's this like, no, I don't need a second Edward. And then, you know, as I was thinking about it, it's like, I've got two Artemis bows. Why did I not kill Ogopogo there and grab the second Edward right then? But, you know, that decision, which was kind of and then I wiped in Eblin Castle, which set me back a little bit. But other than that, I thought the seed went really well.
Yeah, finishing a flag set like that in under an hour and a half, that's fantastic. That's really, really good. I think you were not the only one who wiped an Eblin Castle. I think probably a lot of people had that issue, just because of like the party formation that was there in the early game, and also no life glitching.
Yeah.
Right.
I think everyone on the restream took a wipe either in Eblin Castle or in Eblin Cave to the Stillman, actually, thinking about it. So definitely we're not alone in that. I'm curious, Error, that if you hadn't gotten the Sand Ruby off of Sheila 2, what was your strategy being in Go mode with no Moon access and no White Mage, no Cure 3s?
So, I believe elixirs are buyable in the set, but I don't remember if I actually found any. I would maybe done my grinding in Sylph Cave instead of Luca Cave, basically looking for the Earth Crystal or the Darkness Crystal.
I see. Yeah, that's kind of what we were guessing. We're like, oh, I wonder if he's going to keep looking for the Darkness Crystal to find either characters or Cure 3s, and then didn't have to worry about it. You found the Sand Ruby.
Yeah. I was getting all ready to be all prognosticator about it. And, oh my god, so what you do? And then Sand Ruby, oh, womp womp. Like,
right, because I'm looking at this, it's like, okay, I'm in Go mode. Okay, I'm going to go to Sheila anyway because I was at like 7 or 8 key items at that time. So it's like, before I was going to do my grind, if I was short 10 key items, I would have gone to Tower of Babel and search for a trap chest there. But, I was thinking it's like, I don't have a White Mage. Do I, grind with this and hope I can, find elixirs someplace and hope a couple of elixirs carry me over? Like, what do I do here? Because I think I actually sold my Drain Spear.
Right.
Which I could have used for an Avenger glitch on one of the Canes, which would have made Zeromus probably safe, but considerably slower.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's like, I was just happy to it's like, okay, I found a Sand Ruby. I didn't have to worry about that. Like, phew.
Sand Ruby saves the run.
But
Rosa to the rescue.
But yeah, I would have probably, done my grinding in Sylph Cave looking for Earth Crystal or Darkness Crystal and hope I could find a White Mage there. Or, since I knew, or Sand Ruby if Sand Ruby wasn't on Sheila.
Did you have, any other thoughts about that scene? Anything that particularly stood out to you that you thought might be worth mentioning, I guess?
Other than starting with 3 Edwards. To be honest, I haven't done enough duplicate character seeds before that I wasn't sure. I wasn't paying attention to the when I learned Bahamut, which I had to go back to Evelyn for. But when I learned Bahamut, I wasn't sure if all Rydias learned it or just one. I thought all Rydias learned it, but I wasn't for sure. I like the packet sprite.
Oh my gosh. If you rewatch the VOD, I was having a public meltdown over that sprite.
If it had been I wasn't sure if I should pick up the second Cane, but I had the second Avenger, and I thought, okay, 2 Canes is going, if I find a White Mage eventually, is going to make Zeromus super free. So I went ahead and took the time loss and picked up the second Cane.
Alright. GG's to Christopher Warkin, by the way, finishing 6th place with the 132.54. Couple of finishes 1 second apart off stream for 4th and 5th between Sminkdy and Baka Shinobi.
GG's to all of the new finishers. I just saw on Error's feed that Golbez was in Cave Bahamut, so all of our jokes about Golbez being Poochie I think are actually canon now.
All right.
Anyway, I don't have much else about the seed. I wasn't paying attention to the spoilers. Did anyone find Spoon?
Bahamut did find the spoon. I'm not sure where he found it though. But he did a lot of full clears.
Yeah.
Gosh, where did he find the spoon? If anyone knows, let it. It was on Flame Dog. Our wonderful tracker Jory is letting us know that Flame Dog had the spoon, and we were sitting here contemplating. Oh, no one's checking Flame Dog, and he totally did it.
I considered checking Flame Dog because did I really want to go down with Hook with that party? But finding the Rydia was actually a really good because Bahamut can basically carry.
Good stuff.
The Twin Harp, I believe, was Pain Man holding a crystal armor like a jerk. Like, well, why would he's like, hey, yeah, I'm right here. I got this crystal armor. Want to take me out our deals? No, I don't think so. We are now also joined by Quest for Workin, second to finish on the restream, 6th overall. Congratulations on your finish.
Might just need to get a mic set up or whatnot. No big deal.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the meantime, Poidrak is making some progress on his finish, and Bahamut has also entered Goma. Oh, there's the elixir. There's the elixir in Dwarf Castle.
Yeah, Zilch mentioned that in the chat here that's where they were. So yeah, that's interesting. That definitely would have made the underlevel play with no white mage a little more doable for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bahamut has a ton of money. He still can only afford 2 of them.
Work.
Hey, GG's.
Hello, welcome. GG's.
GG.
So I've wanted to ask you this since the start of the seed. How did you feel about selling Leviathan, then finding Rydia, then finding Bahamut?
Gamble, pay off.
I was so happy when I saw someone else enter Eblin and find Bahamut after finding Rydia. I'm like, oh my god, Quest for Workin is gonna be so happy in 5 minutes. I'm just intently watching your feed. Is he gonna find it? Is he gonna find it? Oh my god, he found it! But yeah, memes aside, what did you think about that seed? How do you feel about how you played?
I think I did really, really well. Although I'm slightly disappointed with my placing, just because I was grinding right when Dusty finished. So I thought I had a real shot at first place, and then I'm finishing up, and I see everyone else, and I'm like, yeah, so close.
It was actually quite close. You and Aaron Poidrak, you all entered Go mode very shortly after each other, and did your grinds very close together, and went to zero miss staggered. It was something. It was definitely something to see.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping I had a real shot at first place, but I should have known better with Dusty playing.
Well, you did. You still played very well.
Absolutely.
I think everybody on the restream wiped to something at some point.
Yep.
So really, I think that was anyone's game.
Well, I took my wipe early, and it was kind of a calculated wipe. I figured I was gonna find that trap chest in Eblin Cave sooner or later.
That's right. That's right.
So it's I knew I was gonna take it. I knew I was gonna take it early. So that wasn't a disappointed wipe. I knew it was coming, so I wasn't mad at myself over that one.
How did you feel about the Sand Ruby? Finding that right at the end.
Oh, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. There is an RNGesus.
So we asked this of Error, and I guess I'll ask you too. What kind of, if you hadn't found the Sand Ruby at Sheila, what were you kind of thinking about your plan for Zero Miss? If you hadn't found the Sand Ruby, what was going through your head? Okay, well I have Go mode, but no healing. What am I gonna do?
Edward was just gonna be the Cure 2 monkey. He was just gonna be tossing the Cure 2s every turn.
Okay, I can see that. Edward is relatively fast. He's not slow.
Yeah, that was gonna be the only thing. That was gonna be my only form of healing, and then I just had to go.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody on the restream found Cure 3s.
Not for sale anyway, and with it being S1, I don't think they were going to be for sale.
I believe in the original game they were on the moon, but
I thought they were.
I'm not familiar with the S1 sales pool, so you may be right.
So I was actually looking that up before the seed, just looking for what was possible in shops, and any guide I found didn't mention Cure 3s as being available in shops.
Okay.
I see. But it's
definitely
also
possible. The elixirs obviously definitely were in Dwarf, so yeah.
But I wonder, like, is Cure 3 an item that was there in the J version, not the US? I don't think it would be, but I don't really know what the tables look like when you have J items turned on. But you know what? Yeah, probably there may not have been Cure 3s anywhere. You didn't check the Darkness Crystal shop, did you?
No, I never even went to the moon.
Right. Probably a good call. Yeah, I guess nobody else got a Darkness Crystal, so I wonder what character was up there.
Yeah, I was tempted. That was going to be my next stop after completing the pan sequence, but not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary. You got your healer. You're good to go.
Yeah, you're actually the only person on the restream who found Darkness. So, yeah.
Oh, Zelch in the chat is saying that our boy Pain Man was on the moon. He was the character you recruit. Checked all the shots, did not see Cure 3. So you know what? Everyone wanted not to look for Cure 3. Yeah. Save some time.
Yes.
Did anybody find the spoon?
Bahamut did. It was on Flame Dog.
Dang it!
Looks like Podrak is giving us some fan service here. Even while he's ready to go, he's gonna give us the Twin Heart music. Since we couldn't hear it on Bahamut's stream, we're gonna get to see what it is.
Wow, bless Podrak. What a team player. Meanwhile, we have some other finishers in the chat. I'm not sure if I was saying this. Azon Tayama finished in 7th, and Dave UTC finished in 8th. Congratulations and GG's.
GG's to them.
Oh, this is FF7 music.
Yes, it is. I could remember I couldn't place it, but yes, I believe you're right.
I don't have the restream pulled up, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and go Man with the Machine Gun.
That's FF8.
Oh, dang it! I'm getting my FFs mixed up.
Yeah, that's Interrupted by Fireworks is what we have from FF7.
Big shoutouts to Podrak for dipping Twin Harp while he's in go mode.
The abrupt reset.
What a homie! We gotta give him some props when he gets into his interview. That's such a cool thing to do. He's got a pass, all right. So it looks like Bahamut is following up to go do his grind. So he will be done shortly as well. He is in go mode. He's got to fight some trapdoors and get his friends up to the level they should be at. He did pick up Rosa. It's good to go.
All right, Quay, any other quick thoughts here while we bring Podrak and Bahamut home?
Not that I can think of. I just want to say thanks to you guys for commentating. Everyone for... I don't know who's tracking or restreaming, but thank you to them. But otherwise, yeah, this was a good one. This one went way faster than my practice stream that I didn't get to finish, even though I had less equipment.
Jory is our tracker tonight, and he says, "Tracker here, thanks for a great show, GG." And Crimson Avix is our restreamer tonight.
Well, thank you to them, and work!
Alright, so Podrak just about to show us, well, Golbez, as we've determined. I believe is what we've come down to.
It's canon. we can't evade this anymore.
Yes, my canon at least. Even if it's not the canon, it's my canon now.
So we have a question in chat. Does the world of FF4 Free Enterprise have indoor plumbing, or is that randomized too? What?
I mean, Sid's an engineer, right? I feel like Sid's probably the guy who can answer that question.
I don't think I want to check the chests in the water in Baron anymore.
Yeah, well... No, they never say what kind of watery pass that is, you know?
Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, he didn't get the slow off in time. That's
so this hits Rosa. This could be a real problem.
Oh, that is clutch. It hits the reflect off Yang instead.
Rolling that 1 and 4.
I love when that happens.
Yang gonna get this. Yeah. Looks like he's planning on going full hybrid here since he's getting the Bacchus off and has the Avenger on Kane still.
Yeah, I like hybrid strats. It's very cool. They did find a couple of those in the chests, I suppose. I didn't notice how many he had, but for now, 1 is enough.
Yeah, exactly. There was one in Nebelin Castle near the Bahamut summon. I do remember that. I don't know if they ever found any more.
So interesting that he took 2 Radias and 1 Kane. Where was the second Kane? I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, on the package. That's right.
How could you forget where all the Canes live?
Oh, because I laughed so hard I gave myself something. I don't know.
All right. Fair.
Actually, you know what? I feel like Aaron was the only one. Was he the only one that took the second Kane?
He was, yeah. I believe he's the only person who checked the package. I think the others just wanted to get into Gomo as quick as possible.
Yeah, that was a pretty good check because he had 2 Avengers. I think that definitely gave him a bit of an edge on Zero Miss, but our other racers, you know, they're doing pretty well too. Bahamut, interestingly, still has an Edward.
Right. He's got that spoon though, so that Edward will do some work if he can stay alive.
Oh, you know what? I don't think he went to Dwarf Castle. He never went to Dwarf Castle. Rydia's still a child, so he never found the second Rydia. Yeah, he went straight for the pan, which was good. But Edward's going to be taking a little bit of a nap.
Yeah. Should be able to hide him through the first Big Bang, hopefully. Well, actually, hopefully you nerf the big one and he takes it. Maybe get him to hide through the second one, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
After that early bit of scariness, it looks like Quadrax stabilized on Puchimus here and should be good to finish.
Yeah, he's doing quite well. Oh, that black hole is unfortunate. I wonder if he has another batches.
Yeah, another Starveil. Knew it was coming, so didn't queue up a nuke, so we should be alright.
Smart thinking. And he brought back his second Rydia. The last Big Bang I saw was still put him in like a comfortable HP range. So he's doing quite well. That nuke on Kane is going to hurt, but it won't be devastating.
Yeah. Second best target other than Yang, so pretty decent.
I just love everything about Reflect strats. Just seeing those quad 9s come out, I'm a fan.
Yeah, these Rydias are pretty decked. We got Tiaras, we got Stardust Rods. This is a Rydia time to shine seed for sure.
They are stacked.
Should be getting into the Meteor phase here pretty shortly, I would think.
Yeah, with all those quad 9s coming out on him, I'd say he does not have a lot of HP left. He's getting his ship ready to go back to his home planet.
Yeah. Kind of surprised he even got this Big Bang off, even, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that hurts. I took down one of his berserkers, and everyone else has under 1,000 HP.
just gonna
he's
go
going
for it.
He's going for it. I guess he thinks that if he revives him, he will survive media.
Dodge.
Praying.
Oh.
Ooh, oh dear.
Should be able to get this Cure 4 off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
this. Awesome. All right, he's in there.
So clutch.
This is incredibly smart. What he's doing right now. This is guaranteed to kill him.
Yeah, just playing it.
Their tiaras, their magic evade is a little too high for this meteor to do much to him.
Yep, that's 3 whiffs in a row. Yeah.
This is like 500 IQ strats right here. And there he goes. GG to Poidrak, and also GG to Dr. Spin, who finished about a little less than a minute ago.
I believe you mentioned Aizen Tayama in 7th. We've also got Dave UTC in 8th, Joey in 9th, Dr. Spin in 10th, and Poidrak, who joins us now, 11th place overall. GG.
GG to everyone. I thought I'd delay it a little bit further.
Yes.
Not for my own benefit, but I think for everyone else's.
Absolutely.
Dude, we were very happy about that. We're just like, wow, what a team player. Just like, he's just dipping Twin Harp so he can hear the music while he's in go mode. What an absolute lad.
It was there. I was pretty certain that everyone else was just going straight to Zeromus, not thinking about it, not thinking about the fans, not thinking about the audience. We're here to entertain. Twin Harp is entertainment.
Well, what was very unfortunate was that Bahamut actually didn't check the Twin Heart, but his stream's having audio problems, so we couldn't switch to him. And so, like, when you did it, we were like, wow, this guy, he did it! He definitely did that thing!
Yeah.
What did you think about the scene otherwise? Was there anything that kind of, like, stood out in your head while you were playing it?
The odd routing I had to take because I saw Edward everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
At the very start, no, Edward in Baronin, Edward on Mount Hobbs, trying to avoid as much as possible because he was the I only needed the one. I didn't need any more than that, but that hook sort of is the thing that really opened it up. Luckily, we got it really early, getting Kane, and eventually my 2 Ridias and Rosa at the end. Definitely made it a little bit more bearable.
For sure. What did you think when you found Go Mode and didn't have any healers? What was like kind of your game plan before you found the Sand Ruby?
The game plan I had was essentially the same, except I was going to pick up a load of as many elixirs from Dwarf Castle as possible, and probably just hide Edward and just bring him out for emergency healing. That was sort of the plan on my mind, but once I saw that Sand Ruby, everything just changed for it.
That's kind of interesting. All 3 interviewees tonight so far have had different plans for what they were going to do about healing. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was all excited until the Sand Ruby showed up. I was like, oh man, we're getting all sorts of different stuff. And then,
yeah. And then Sheila's like, no, you guys can go to Zeromus.
Yeah. Did everyone make that little detour to get Rosa then?
Yes, they did. Error even made a detour to check the package as well, which is worth watching on the restream. That was amazing.
I do plan on going back and checking that after I've finished with this, just so I get and see the animations, because that's always fun as well.
For sure.
It was it's a wonderful VOD. It's a wonderful thing to check out this VOD.
I look forward to it then.
Yeah, for sure. The other little bit of strategy that I was kind of curious about with this one is you got that early hook. And now, but this is, you know, the old equivalent of a K3. So when you got that early hook, what were you thinking about? Did you want it? Did you have any temptation to try and take that with that party, or what were your thoughts in terms of?
When I first got it, I went, right, I need a character, I need a third character. Let's go and check that. Check who the boss is. If it at least give me an idea of what I'm going up against when I go that way, because Magma Key was somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it gave me a little bit of insight, knowing how much I could go with. Seeing it was one of the Mylons, I thought, okay, it's fairly free, considering I had Kane with a white lance. I had white arrows available as well. But I don't have the levels yet, so I want to clear up a little bit on the overworld before going down. It's just I took a little bit too long up in the overworld. So yeah, maybe I could have done without it. I think the most problematic I had up top was I checked too many armor shops.
I see.
Mostly because I know in vanilla there are a lot of good pieces of armor. The sorcerer robe, which I found in dwarf, I know there's rune rings available. I know there's a few other things, which was what I was looking for. But I should have just been checking the shops down below, because that's where they're more likely to happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. The T4 chests in general for the party that you guys had were pretty kind as well. So that's unfortunate, because if that had broken differently, then checking all those armor shops easily could have been worth your while. And you were hardly behind. I mean, I think out of our four, I think Questifer was the first one into Upper Babel, but Error was like 4 or 5 screens behind him, and you were like 4 or 5 screens behind Error going in there. So you were all really, really close together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really exciting, just seeing the three of you find go mode like back to back to back with like pretty much no breaks in between.
Well, at least I hope it's been entertaining for the fans. At least I hope me going to Twin Heart was helpful, and after that, I hope everyone's had a wonderful time watching.
Absolutely.
I hope you had a fun time playing too. And yeah, this was a really fun one. This is a fun race to watch. I think you'll enjoy this VOD if you go back and watch it.
I always watch my VODs afterwards just to see what I do slightly differently to the other people. So yeah, I'll be going back and watching with great interest.
Yeah, just like the subtle differences even in the early game was quite interesting to see what all of you did differently.
Oh well, have a good evening, and hopefully the Bahamut will finish up soon if he hasn't got close already.
Yeah, he's entering Zero Miss right now, actually.
Yes.
Alright. I'll leave that to you then. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks again, Podrak.
Right.
See ya.
All right. Yeah. So I got a quick glimpse of that Edward menu there. This Edward is pretty decked. So
just very unfortunate about his HP.
Yeah, Edward's got a little bit of an HP problem, runs in the family, but we're doing whatever we can to get around that, because that's Spoon, Adamant Armor. There's he's pretty decked out right now.
So Bahamut being the only one of our 4 Restream racers to take Edward into Zero Miss. I find that interesting.
Yeah, that's the Spoon, I'm sure, helps make that easier. It would have been a lot more tempting, I think, for him to either check the package or go to Dwarf. Well, the package was from Dwarf. I should say just to go to Dwarf, period, to get that Rydia had not had that Spoon.
Now, unfortunately, it looks like Zero Miss is not anchored. He's getting that Big Bang off quite fast, which is going to be trouble for Edward over here at being unnerved.
Right. That is one of the sort of the not able to take that Big Bang, unfortunately. That is one of the things about doing grinds like the D machines or doors, is that it's hard to control your agility through leveling. Like,
I wonder if he found an Avenger. Oh my goodness! Yeah, this Zero Miss is going quite fast. So he's gonna reset there, and I wonder if he's gonna try to use slow to nerf him in the first phase.
yeah, looks like he's abandoning God Edward here, and I honestly kind of like this, especially with Zeromus being that fast. Just having the characters with HP, giving them the opportunity to stay alive is probably going to be a little easier.
Ooh, adamant armor on Rosa. That is very smart move.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere now.
I wonder if he's gonna try to do anchoring here, but I'm not sure how feasible that is with this what equipment he has.
Right. He does have an old. If he wanted to sacrifice the character slot, he could go rescue one of his old Edwards who's very low and anchor with him.
That's true. He could do that. Radia has 29, which isn't too bad. Yeah, he's gonna go for that. It's a good choice.
Yeah, she's even wearing a crystal ring, which is upping her agility. You could even take that off and push her down even lower.
We have a 12th place finisher. Yemo finished with 158.07. GG's on sub 2.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, what's he gonna buy? Nothing, I guess.
Yeah, probably just open for Cure 3s or Elixirs or something. Yeah.
Well, he knows where Elixirs are. He did
Right.
visit Dwarf Castle. I wonder if I don't know if he bought any or not.
Found a second pass somewhere too, I noticed. Didn't notice where that was.
Dark Kobold finished 13th place, 201.59 GG's.
And take 2 coming up here for Bahamut.
This he's got his anchoring in place and swapped some armor around, so hopefully this will play out in his favor.
Yeah, I imagine this will go quite a bit better.
I'm still just so happy that we got to see that Kane package cutscene.
Oh, that was great. That was fantastic.
That's the highlight of my commentary career, and I've been commentating Smash Bros. Tournaments for a long time. All right, this shaking looks much more manageable. Just
Yes.
judging by the number of shakes that Zero Miss is doing before the crystal cast. Yeah, I think Bahamut's got this. But are we gonna see him cast Bahamut?
Bahamut? Oh man.
He's got to do it once. He's got to do it.
Swapping in the Avenger here. So what that does for anyone who's just unfamiliar is that it actually keeps the base attack power of the previous weapon. So you get if you do it correctly, you get the base attack power of the White Spear, but with the Berserk effect of the Avenger. So hit very hard. I'm not sure. He may have done it a touch too early there because Kane's not hitting significantly harder than he was before. If you do it sort of while Zeromus is still in flux between the two forms, it's a little sketchy sometimes.
At least the counter nuke from the nerf hit the person that he wanted it to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he did grab some elixirs. Good show.
Yeah. He is getting that spoonword back. He wants to show us the spoonword. More fantastic fan service that we appreciate.
I like it. Spoonword for the fans. There's one in... Oh, there were 3 Avengers. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't notice the one in Sealed Cave, but yeah, the other 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm. The Seed was very generous with Kane equipment, that's for sure.
Going for the Big Bang nerf, I assume, there with that virus cast? Trying to keep Edward alive, presumably.
DJ Conkers is finished in 14th, 203.56 GG's.
Still have a few other runners going along with Bahamut here.
Oh my goodness, Edward survived a Big Bang, so we can really see Spoon Edward for the fans.
Absolutely. Very nice nerf. Getting the timing down on that Big Bang nerf is actually not trivial when you have characters berserked. So good job on him for getting that.
Yes, for sure. That's impressive. He's playing this fight very well. He's being very safe. Oh, that black hole's gonna hurt. Oh, wait, no, he didn't have a nuke queued up. He's fine.
Right. Looks like he's trying to keep the, or he was. I think he's given up on it now. Was trying to keep the Big Bangs nerfed, I think, but decided at the end just to top everybody up with Rosa and go. And yeah, Tracker Jory mentioning a really good call that the runners who grabbed the Adamant Armor out of the right side of Baron Castle, that was a really nice find for them for sure.
Oh, his radio doesn't actually have nuke. Well, no wonder he's not reflecting it.
He must just be a level or 2 under with 1800 HP.
Yeah, I would imagine that she's very close.
Yeah.
But Radia's EXP table isn't fantastic, so I guess might not have been worth the time to get it. When he's got Spoonward,
who just can't stay alive the way Edward tends to do.
But dang it, he's trying.
Yeah. Really got the timing down on the Big Bang nerfs, though. Very nice.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic with these nerfs. Very impressive play.
Just another off-stream finish. Unos finishing in 15th place with 206.06.
GG's. Oh, and he brought back Edward again for the fans. I'm very happy with this.
Wants to get full value for that Spoonword. I don't blame him. I've only gotten to take Spoonword to Zeromus like twice outside of Edward flags myself, so take advantage of it while you can.
I think I did it once just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Oh, did I get this? I guess he's not going to nerf this Big Bang.
Yeah, probably close enough now that I mean you're almost certainly going to lose Edward to this, but.
And he's already got the life queued up.
Yeah.
This is the guy who plays for the people.
Yeah, that's Rydia's job at this point. Rydia's.
Oh no! She had 1 H. Oh my gosh!
That's the worst.
That hurts me. Oh no! My heart can't take it.
Literally the worst.
My heart cannot take it.
Interesting going for the, going for the res here. I think I would, Young and Kane should be able to take it home with Rosa from here. Would probably just go for the healing.
And there's Medio. the
Kane-
girls are doing fine with their tiaras.
Yep, Kane clutching it out.
Is he gonna revive Edward? Is he gonna revive? Oh, he's not gonna revive Edward.
Yeah.
And he's just about finished.
There it is.
There it is. And Bahamut finishes in 17th with 209.47. GG's.
Indeed. GG's
GG.
Bahamut.
I'm not sure if he's gonna be joining us. I don't see him in the server. But we'll give it a sec and see what happens. That was a nice steady zero miss fight on the second attempt. After he got his anchoring down pat and some rearranging of equips, I really enjoyed the Edward revivals happening over there.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned it, but getting the Big Bang nerfs with characters Berserk is weird with the ATB, so getting it correctly is not trivial. So good job to him for getting it twice in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. He played very well that fight.
Looks like Bahamut will join us here shortly.
We'll see if we can figure out how to... Oh,
Yeah.
there he is. There he is.
Looks like he's on his way.
Awesome.
So while Bahamut gets in and gets set up, we just take a quick shout out to Speed Gaming. Thank you very much for the restream, and Jory for tracking and making Pidge and I look better than we are by keeping us up to date on everything that we missed. And if we'll hopefully be able to get Bahamut in here really shortly. There he is. GG's, Bahamut.
GG's.
Hey, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. That was an excellent zero miss fight that you just had there. That on your second attempt, you really had a good setup going.
Thank you. The first time where Edward died right away, I'm like, I put all the good gear on him. Like, all right, you can survive. No, I'm like, all right, put all the good stuff on Rosa. Let's try it again.
Well, it definitely worked out in your favor. I was also a big fan that you were reviving Edward for the fans.
That I was sorry, what?
Reviving Edward for the fans.
Oh yeah. When he was alive, he was doing good damage. It's just
he sure was. In fact, you were the only one of the 4 restream racers who found the spoon.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You were also the only one who took Edward to zero miss, probably for that reason. But that was interesting. I think you were the only one that didn't have any dupes in your party going to zero miss. You had like a fully diverse party.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily on purpose. Just that's the path I took, and I didn't really come across any duplicates except for 2 more Edwards at the beginning there.
Yeah. So the one question we've been asking everybody, and curious to get your answer too. So you hit go mode, and you have a couple of elixirs, no cure 3s, no white maid. You get bailed out a little bit by the Sand Ruby at Sheila too, but if that wasn't there, what was your plan?
Oh man, that's a tough one because I was like, once I saw the Sand Ruby, like, yes, Sand Ruby, I can have a white mage. Because I didn't see cure 3s anywhere. Oh man, I think I'm not comfortable enough to go without a white mage unless I have cure 3s. I might have poked around a little bit more to try to get a white mage if I didn't get Rosa, because I'm not sure if I can do it without those items or a white mage.
See, that's really cool because all 4 of you gave slightly different responses. So I really wish that Sand Ruby wasn't there so we could have seen that play out. But Darkness Crystal was in Babel somewhere. Package was actually the Dwarf Castle item, which led to another cane.
Oh.
So there were definitely relatively quick options out there for you had you had to do that. But
yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I would have okay, no Cure 3s. I gotta find a white mage somewhere. I think what I would have done. I was really grateful. I'm like, yes, there is value in Kane's or not Kane, Yang's wife. Woo!
Yeah, that Sand Ruby was a lifesaver for everyone. I think everyone kind of had the same humongous sigh of relief when they saw that from Sheila. And for many, it was the 10th key item as well.
I think it was for me too.
Any other quick thoughts, Bahamut, about the Seed Force?
Let's see. None comes to mind. I'm just really excited. This is my first time restreaming, so I was excited and nervous at the same time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you did. I think you did more checks than people. Like, I definitely saw you looting more, and you found a lot of really good stuff for that reason. So it was kind of interesting to see everyone's like kind of differences in routing. And I know that you're a newer player to Free Enterprise, and you did fantastic tonight, especially that second Zermus fight. Very well done.
Absolutely. Yeah, your second try Zeromus with hitting the nerfs and everything was fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I was able to nerf him a few times there, which made me happy. Like, woo, I got the timing right.
Yeah, that was impressive. We were very impressed by your ability to kind of pull that off. It's harder to do when you have berserkers going.
Yes, definitely. That's the downside of berserkers is you don't have them for the rest of the game, especially if you have the Avenger equipped.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Well, GG Bahamut, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. And I think with that, we will sign off here. What's going on? Or you got Link to the Past, Super Metroid crossover randos going on Speed Gaming's 1 and 5 right now, I believe. And if you have the Free Enterprise itch still, you can go over to the RPG Limit Break channel, and there is an exhibition 2v2 match going on from the championship from the tournament that my co-commentator Pidge01, everyone's speed hero, was a part of.
That was a fun tournament, I gotta say.
And you can go over there and watch that. Thanks for commentating with me, Pidge. I had a great time today.
Yeah, thank you too. This was awesome. And thank you very much to Jory, our tracker, and Crimson, our restreamer. And thank you so much to the Speed Gaming staff for having us on the channel tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And thank you very much to the racers. And GG's to everybody.
Yeah, thanks for commentating, Pidge and Zyrak. It was a great night. You guys have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks, same to you.
All right, take care, everybody.
Absolutely. Have a good night. See you next race.